Welcome to episode 6 of the Racing Sidecar build. I'm Craig from RDH Garage.
And I'm Drew from Hellbenders Racing Team. Shit, I thought, oh, we're going to get through one. And then I'm like, who am I? What am I with? Alright, sorry. Go ahead.
Welcome to episode 6 of the Racing Sidecar build. I'm Craig from RDH Garage.
And I'm Drew from Hellbenders Racing Team.
And as you can see, I lived up to my philosophy today. I rode my R50/5.
And it's a beautiful bike. What year is this?
72.
72. So what are we doing today?
So it works out. We'll start with the transmission, I think. Depending how it goes. Play it by ear and see what happens, basically.
Sounds good. So when we left last time, I said I was going to go back and double check the torque because Brooke from Brooks Garage suggests that once you put those heads and cylinders on, you should let it sit for 24 hours and then go back and re-torque them. One of the pillow blocks and two of the upper and lower center bolts needed just a little tiny bit of tightening back up.
We're starting with the transmission. We're going to do the seals. We have an input shaft seal, an output shaft seal, and a shifter seal. I'm going to try this method first of just kind of digging into the seal and pulling it for the input shaft. I have an aluminum bar just to kind of pry on to see if, to not damage the face. Nope. Oh. Need a holder. Okay, let's see if I can sort of get under here and see what happens. Yeah.
It's still not working. Let's see if we can tilt that sucker up. Yeah. Is it screw drill time?
It might be.
Turbo hardware. It's a little close. I wouldn't go all the way to the tape.
I assume you want me to do it.
I prefer it, but I'm
All right.
not going to be a wuss with it.
Plan B. We're going to drill and put a screw in and then pull on the screw to get it out. Hold it.
Oh,
Can you hold it?
I couldn't hear what you were saying.
That should hold.
Are we just going to do one and see if we can do it? Or
Yeah, like some kind of pry bar.
This.
That's a big guy. I don't know, it might work. Okay, if we can get it. Okay, we'll try that. Maybe hold it. Okay. Nope, it's not doing it.
Pull it right out.
We drilled again. I think we got it in the center of the metal band this time. Okay, now I need a big holder. Well, pulled the screw out. So that's not good. We have a new transmission holder, a tire that the transmission fits pretty nice into. There we go. Hallelujah. Just in time for lunch. It's mostly about the inside of the seal because that's where the bearing's riding.
Mm. So I'm going to get rid of the neutral switch. This thing was leaking. Since I'm not going to really need it for racing, I'm just going to replace it with a plug.
Not really necessary. Unless you just don't know how to figure out where neutral is.
That's the one where the bike doesn't go?
Yeah. Shifter seal. Next. Looks like it. Just set it down. Just set it down.
loose in there.
So I just pulled the shifter lever out and we're going to change the seal. Oh, look at that. It's much easier. Clean up crew.
You notice how he always gives me the crappy, dirty jobs because it's my bike and I should do them. Ooh. Little, I don't even know what you would call a bushing that moves like that.
That's part of the shifting mechanism, I guess. I guess I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Heim joint, that's what it's called.
That was basically until it stops. This edge is up higher than this. If you look at this, there's space.
This side.
Yeah, that side is.
Oh, there's my problem. The socket is just a hair too big.
Oh,
It's catching on the lip.
That looks like I moved.
There we go. It doesn't seem like that's moving anymore.
Now we're going to replace the output flange seal, and the output flange is right here. That's above the seal. The seal's underneath. So we first have to get the nut off. After we get the nut off, we're going to pull the output flange itself and then get to the seal.
This is the seal.
So I got the CycleWorks tool. Attach the tool to the transmission first, and then put it in the vise. I guess it makes sense to do it this way. To have this part in the vise. I guess
Did you see what I got? Did you see what I did with the socket set sitting right here next to the vise?
What are you thinking of?
Putting the output shaft between the two blocks. That's going to be too high, isn't it?
Too high. That's the input shaft you want to be clear on. Okay.
Huh?
This is the output shaft. This is the output shaft.
What
This is the input shaft. That's okay.
Okay.
I don't want the audience to critique us.
See where that how to go yet. A lot. Okay. How about
Must be too high. If you're gonna, yeah, it's too high.
Damn.
So, I mean, it's possible one of us could just hold it. I don't,
yeah,
you don't think so?
I think that's what I like to call a bad idea.
Well, I like to start out with bad ideas. Then you learn for the next time.
So
Oh, look at that.
I built this years ago knowing I was going to need it for that.
You still need like
That much. Okay.
that's not. Yeah, you're gonna need more. Than that.
Well, I don't have anything smaller, so we're building we're building up a little bit at a time.
I brought it up a little more. Yeah. Yeah.
Close.
If you just
I got a little bit of wood.
If you just put those in, we'll just put it in between the boards. I think that'll do it.
That's too tight.
Look at that. Oh my
yeah.
God. The circus act videos. After all that fun.
You need to step in, and I need to push the record button.
So we had a real circus act there trying to figure out how to shim up this transmission to fit in, to get the tool into the vise so it can hold the output flange while we take out the nut. And then it's on to step 2.
What do I do?
Well, just hold on, I guess. I don't, if anything happens. So,
Wish you luck.
we'll see what happens here. Oh, you're gonna,
All right,
we're gonna
looks
do
like
the
I'm
whole
gonna hold
table.
the table.
I don't know, yeah. I think I'm turning the vise.
Oh, it moved.
So we have to do that when we torque it too.
What do we torque it to? 900.
It's high, 150 maybe or something.
Holy crap.
It's good we have
Whatever you do, don't read the instructions.
put these in. Push on. Sometimes these things just pop out. And now we're just going to pop the output flange off.
Hold that. Okay, let's put it in the vise. That was alarming.
That's it. It's out. That's what it does.
Makes that kind of horrible racket.
It does. So when you hear the horrible racket, you know you accomplished the job. There it is.
Huh.
Makes you say, huh? Getting the output flange off. Now the seal is right here. All right, cleanup crew. So this one's a little bizarre where the open side's kind of the outside. That's where the oil in the drive shaft comes up to.
By Jove, I think I've done it.
Well, that's pretty damn easy.
Feel it, see if it feels seated to you.
I think that's good.
Biodegradable nitrile gloves. You can actually get nowadays biodegradable gloves. Showa 7500 PFLs. 'Cause these are a little thin, but you know they also don't last 10,000 years. Torquing like mad bastards.
Torquing the highest torque rating that I can remember from BMW.
It's part of that is seating that spider, isn't it? Okay, what's going on here? It's the whole shaft's turning.
It would be turning down here if it would be.
Have an eyeball.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
I knew that didn't feel right. Thinking time.
Clutch rod seals, and there's a felt seal and a rubber seal. Pull out the rod, you can see the felt seal right around here in this part.
I heard these bikes slow down, and I think they were eyeballing your R50.
Okay.
But then when I went out there, they were like,
Okay.
too cool for school. That's rough. I think it's going to get a whole lot better than that. Felt seal.
And what you do is you put some oil on it, kind of squeeze it on here. I cut out a little piece of tubing and squeezes the felt seal so we can push this rod back in. Goes around the felt seal. It's kind of tricky. You have to slip that over but not push it too much.
You mean don't let it come past that lip that I was letting it come past?
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's a job.
Then it just slips right in. Once you get past where the felt goes in, then you're fine. All right. This is the last part of the sealing for the clutch rod. And we just basically have to pry this little gasket from the middle.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, exactly. And then just be sure like you're not twisting it as it's going on.
See this? Don't do that. Oh, that's right. There we go.
Now that's the way to do it.
Most of the way in.
As long as you're straight.
There we go. We're talking to this guy. We can talk to each other.
Hi. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. Thanks. Ended up pretty much a 95% success, I would say.
Let's call it 96.
Okay.
Just for a good feel-good to the end.
So it was quite an ordeal with those seals. We did not figure out the output flange seal, why it's turning while we're trying to tighten the nut, but we will do some investigation to resolve that issue.
And we'll fix it next time. There'll be a next time, because we're not done yet.
We're going to use a breaker bar this time instead of the vise and see how this works. There's a little notch on the cycle works tool for the breaker bar. And I have my big honking torque wrench this time. This goes up to 250 foot-pounds.
Holy crap.
So we'll see what leverage does here, and hopefully nothing turns. Get to the point where I'm needing in. Maybe you can look to see if it's turning. I can hold on to it. It's turning still. Just to make sure the transmission's okay, we're going to go through the gears. This is a Dwayne Osherman suggestion of using an old clutch and sticking a bolt in through one of the holes with a nut on the other side, a lock nut, and then a piece of fuel line on the outside, just to have a kind of a cushy thing where you can. So this goes on the input spline, and we're going to come together here and spin it the same way the engine turns, and then go through the gears. I'm going to shift it. And you just want to feel if it seems like it's shifting okay and smooth through all the gears. That's the test. We're good.
All right, well that's comforting.
To give it a shot with this thing, we'll just watch this thing to make sure it seems like it's
bend.
It's not the best lever.
I guess we could put this way.
Yeah.
I'll just run this all the way down into there. Clutch plate would sit here.
It's a tiny vise. This is not pretty. I don't know. I did not have this problem. I don't know why.
And
I'm going to take my camera off because I'm going to be right there.